Start off the video, I want to say I think we all knew who Hana-Sensei really was. I think we all knew that she was the assassin, but even knowing that, this episode was still amazing to watch because it was just like a prelude. The first half of the show was like the prelude to the twisted stuff we're going to see in the second half. Because when we actually do see Hana-Sensei return to the classroom, and we saw that they were actually, being celebrating the return of their teacher. I kind of figured Kawaki was going to play a part in this, considering that he was the last person to actually make a comment relevant, related to her. I figured that he was going to be the trigger to actually make her wake up, make her snap up, and make her realize what she actually did. And the fact that she was so confused of what was going on. She had these fragmented memories coming in, and once you finally realized how she had this dark side of her, it was crazy to be how she was a coward throughout her entire life, and the fact that she was actually raised by the bamboo people, and the fact that she was so scared to the point she created a split personality to kill all of the other children. It reminds me of the Myth Village tuning exam where you had to kill people. It reminds me of something like that where she had to get rid of all her emotions just so she could focus on her target. And the fact that it was so messed up. I genuinely thought we were gonna get a typical moment where the animator like screamed out loud because they're so freaked out about what's going on. But we didn't get that, so I was kind of disappointed. But what we did get is her actually, the evil side actually trying to choke her out, which that blew me back. I didn't think she would actually go so far to actually choke the good side of her out. The fact that she was so willing to kill that part of Hana-Sensei kind of blew me away. And the fact that she was even trying to repress the evil side, even though it didn't even work. But the fact that she was even trying to, it really goes to show that Hana-Sensei, she's really trying to protect her, doing as much as she can. 'Cause I genuinely thought Hana-Sensei was gonna embrace the dark side. I would say that in my head, embrace the dark side. But she still is trying to go on the trend of being as good of a teacher as she could possibly be, and I think that's commendable. Despite the fact that her whole life is basically being an assassin, and the fact that she was in Konoha for 10 years. The fact that he was literally had a plan for 10 years, like I can't even imagine. Like you have to be really dedicated for your own village to do that for 10 years straight, to be focused on a dedicated mission like that. That is bizarre to me. Because what I initially thought is that they just randomly hired this random teacher. That's what I initially thought. But it doesn't make sense if she was in Konoha from 10 years ago, because they wouldn't have suspected her at all. And the fact that they thought this to this extent, it really showed that honestly they pretty damn smart, right? Or at least the bamboo people are pretty smart. And the fact that like Kawaki and Himawari was still going to the academy. I still really like how Kawaki, he already knew he was going to go to the academy. There was there's no kidding around. Kawaki was going to go back to the academy, even if Naruto had forbade him from not doing the mission anymore. Kawaki was going to go to the academy no matter what. I mean, there's nothing stopping him from protecting his own friends he cares about. There's nothing stopping him from enjoying the stuff he wants to do or the things he wants to achieve, whether it's Kai's happiness or the children or the other children's happiness. And the fact that we kind of do see Kawaki actually go out of his way beyond the mission to actually help out the others. It really goes to show how Kawaki can be such a softie sometimes. I kind of really like that compared to the manga where Kawaki is very strict. But then when we get to the latter half of the episode when Himawari and Kawaki actually suggest to go to Kai's house, what really irked me if they decide to lie to Kai again by saying that they just want to hang out with her. Like, why would you lied to her before, and that got you in trouble initially? Why would you want to try to lie to her again to fight this? It doesn't logically make sense to me. Like, you lied to her before, and her life almost got killed because of that. Now you're gonna lie to her again, and her life almost got killed again. If we wanted for the good Hana-Sensei actually intervening, she would have died, and there would have been nothing Kawaki or Himori could have done to stop that. It would have been too late. And the fact that it really didn't make sense to me. The fact they just didn't take her feelings into consideration to fight, knowing how mature she is, to fight, knowing how she already knows the assassin going after her. Why would it wouldn't really hurt to actually inform her that they're still potentially assassinating after her, inform the staff to be on their guard, whatever. It just really doesn't make sense to me that they didn't take that factor into consideration. But regardless, the fact that Hana-Sensei she was quite a trooper trying to prevent killing Kai, and the fact that Hana-Sensei was to the point where she actually had to stab herself so she can actually wake up from killing Kai. It goes to show, I guess, how remarkable of a character she is, how she's still dead set on playing this teacher role, if you will. And the fact that the fact that even after that specific point, that she straight up locked her inner self like she was like a QB. Like, remember how Kurama got locked up in Naruto Part 1? It's similar to that, where she just straight up locked her up completely, like she had no regard for her whatsoever. I mean, she was straight up kill the good Hana-Sensei if she really could. Like, straight up, like, put a genjutsu on her. Like, it's the fact that she's that far down the rabbit hole. Cause she does kind of seem kind of crazy, but Hana-Sensei, at this version of Hana-Sensei, I kind of do like. I'm not gonna lie. She is kind of she can kind of a baddie, but that's just me though. But regardless, I think this was a great episode to see how crazy, how messed up this version of Hana-Sensei can be. But regardless, I'll see you guys on the next episode.